Hello John, thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video one is to see how a simple website could generate some online traffic, revenue, and leads and increase your business. So I'll compare two websites in your area. One's on page 3 of Google, one's on page 1 of Google, and see if these tips and tricks could outrank them just to get in the front of eyes of consumers. That's the goal, is to be on the first page of Google. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. So the first one I'm going to compare is this plumbing, Grand Prairie, Texas. He's on page 3 of Google. So you could see right here, page 3 of Google. So you might have heard this saying, a great place to hide a dead body is on page 2 or 3 of Google. So you want to not be on page 2 or 3. The goal is to be on page 1. But he has a website that he could do some things himself to get on page 1. So I'll compare that to someone in your top area. So here's page 1 of Google, and there's citations there. I'll talk about that in a minute. But even if this last competitor here, we don't really count directories like BBB, Angie's List, some on here, because a consumer, if they're typing in plumbing services, Grand Prairie, Texas, they're going to go to a local website for the most part. So if this person could be outranked, Plum GP, they could be outranked on Google. You want to outrank them, and then you'll be on that first page of Google. All right, so let's get started. So let's compare this one, who we're trying to outrank and get on that first page of Google. So for content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition and number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, if you have a website, you could place those keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So here's a pretty basic website, but it's really not the layout, it's really the back end, what you could do to the website. Compare this to, and this one is being ranked number 1. I actually like the page 3 website better, the layout better, but again, it's not the beginning, it's kind of the back end. So this guy's doing some back things on his website to be on page 1 of Google, which is surprising. So he's very, very reachable, very outrankable. So this is a tool we use. It's called Ahrefs. It's how we do a deep dive in websites. So here's the one on page 3 that we're trying to rank to page 1. So it shows our keywords, our backlinks. So a keyword, as I said, it gives you searchability in Google, and you want that on your website. So he's using 7, and he could use many more. Think about all the services you provide, all the areas you provide in the DFW area, the cities, plumbing services, plumbing repair. You could add those keywords to your website. You want to have high volume, more bang for your buck here. So compare that to his top competitor. Here's his website. There's Plum GP. And here's his number. So he's not using many more keywords, only 12 keywords. That's getting him on the first page of Google. That's very doable, very rankable to get off the first page of Google when someone searches plumbing services Grand Prairie. And very easily, you could take some of these keywords that applies to anybody, put them on a website, and you get that closer to outranking them. The second thing I said I was going to talk about is the backlinks. So a backlink is anywhere where one website is linking to another website. So it's like an endorsement that Google uses to build trust in a business. It has others vouching for you. Also think of it as like a popularity contest. But keep it in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. So typically, the person with the most backlinks wins, but not all created equal. So you want to have other plumbing services, HVAC services website linking back to your website. It doesn't help if a restaurant or lawyer's website is linking back to you. So this one we're trying to rank higher, has 11 backlinks, 7 reference domains. Compared to the competitor that's on page 1. Let's go back to his. He has 15 backlinks, again, not many more, and 7 reference domains. So again, very easy to get these numbers, very attainable to get on page 1 for any website. So if this was my client, I could very easily get him on the first page of Google talking about plumbing services in Grand Prairie, Texas. Again, it doesn't take, if you don't have a website, it doesn't take much to build one, but it's really on the back end of what you do to the website. And finally is citations. So this is important for anybody. Let's go to this map pack here. So citations is where your business name, your number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. So citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses because this generates huge amounts of revenue. So citations include directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, hundreds of others you may have heard of. Also social media accounts work great too. So here's the idea here. Your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you could outrank them. And the goal is to be in that top 3 or 4. Sometimes there's only 3, but here's 4 here. And you want to be, again, right in the front of the face of consumers. So if you have a website, once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together, you start to outgrow competitors. And here's what you might be looking at and why. Grand Prairie being in front of the eyes of consumers here and also here. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that could generate some pretty decent revenue for you. Also, there's many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So if you find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that. We could give you some more information. We could talk about your goals. I could do some research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So again, if you could shoot me a few lines of feedback on this actual video, that helps me making these. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So thank you for listening. Hopefully it was helpful. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.